back. Well, let's go straight up. We're going to talk about the royal family. What the hell? It's about time we talked about something else apart from the extremely worrying situation in the Middle East. Hope you don't mind, but I think we all need a bit of a holiday from that. So let's talk about the royal family with the excellent Kinsey Schofield, our royal guru over there on the West Coast, the host of Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered. Welcome, Kins.
Hi, Kev. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Now, we're hearing over the weekend that everyone is now, or in the royal circle, is now ostracizing princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, the daughters, of course, of Andy and Fergie.
Welcome back to UK Unfiltered. Imagine being a princess of the blood, having spent your entire life curtsying to the right people, wearing hats that look like architectural experiments, and maintaining a dignified silence while your family tree is essentially set on fire by the evening news. Now, imagine waking up in March 2026 to find out that the royal drawbridge hasn't just been raised, it has been dismantled and sold for scrap. We are witnessing a ruthless spring cleaning at the palace, and the latest casualties are none other than Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. While their father, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, sits in the Norfolk farmhouse contemplating his 11-hour police interrogation, his daughters have just received the ultimate social eviction notice. They have been officially banned from the one thing that defines the British upper-class calendar, the royal escort procession. It is a cold, calculated move by King Charles III to prune the York branch once and for all, leaving the sisters completely blindsided and reportedly in floods of tears as their royal inheritance evaporates in real time. Quick favor, if you're loving this, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers haven't yet. It's free, takes a second, and means the world to us. Thanks if you did. Now back to the show.
The daughters, of course, of Andy and Fergie. This is a change of position on the part of the royal family, because initially the king said it's not their fault. They should be still included in royal events. They should be still welcomed into the bosom of the royal family. But more and more evidence is emerging that Bea and Eugenie were not exactly innocent of their parents' nefarious activities, particularly involving their close financial relationship with the billionaire paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Harry and Meghan in particular were offering their support to Bea and Eugenie. We're hearing that has been removed. They are not backing Bea and Eugenie anymore.
Let us start with the headline that has sent shockwaves through the Cotswolds and art galleries of London. The royal escort is not just about horse racing, it is the Olympics of royal optics. Being in that carriage procession is the ultimate I am still relevant badge. However, for 2026, the guest list has been slashed. Reports have surfaced that Beatrice and Eugenie have been explicitly excluded from the official royal procession. Why? Because in the wake of Andrew's arrest for misconduct in public office and the release of those disgusting Epstein emails, the king has decided that the York brand is officially toxic. The analogy here is like being the child of a disgraced CEO. You might not have done anything wrong, but you are definitely not invited to the company Christmas party if your father is currently being investigated for embezzling the pension fund. Sources claim Beatrice has taken this particularly hard, feeling completely blindsided by the exclusion. For her, escort was more than a party, it was a birthright. To be told she must arrive like a commoner, or perhaps not at all, is a level of humiliation that signals the end of their lives as senior adjacent royals. They are being scrubbed from the public consciousness to protect the king's vision of a slimmed-down monarchy.
In the Prince and Princess of Wales, they're particularly cold towards these two girls, and now we know that the king has let it be known to them they will not be welcome at Ascot this year, where they usually they often join the king in his carriage to go around the track before the actual races begin, and in fact they will not be welcome at royal events.
If you think these sisters are just sitting around waiting for their next tiara moment, think again. Because they have never been working royals in the official sense. They have had to navigate the real world, albeit a real world with very nice connections. Princess Beatrice has been working incredibly hard to establish herself as a serious player in the corporate world. Last year, it was confirmed that she is a director and a major shareholder of Purpose Economy Intelligence Limited. This is not some influencer vanity project. The company is listed at Companies House with a focus on business and domestic software development and management consultancy. It is a high-energy, fast-paced sector that requires actual brain power. While her father is being grilled at Aylsham Police Station, Beatrice is trying to prove that a York can be a productive member of society. She is splitting her time between London and the Cotswolds, balancing a high-level career with the demands of motherhood. It is a broke life compared to the palaces of old, but it is a life built on merit rather than just a surname, even if that surname is currently a bit of a liability.
Royal princesses.
I mean, I think that these are the consequences of a DOJ dump where we discovered that you voluntarily went to spend time with a convicted sex offender right after he got out of jail. But what I think is interesting about this story that I saw in the Daily Mail is that they say in November, the York women turned down Prince William's.
Then we have Princess Eugenie, who has managed to carve out a very successful career in the art world. She is a director at the prestigious gallery Hauser and Wirth, and she once told The Telegraph that people are often surprised to learn she actually works a full 40-hour week. She knew from a young age she would not be a painter, but she has become a formidable force in the industry, splitting her time between London and Portugal. This professional independence is now her only safety net. As the king distances the monarchy from the House of York, Eugenie's career at Hauser and Wirth is the only thing keeping her relevant in a world that no longer wants to see her in a carriage. She is navigating a diplomatic tightrope, trying to maintain her professional dignity while her father's legal woes dominate the headlines. For Eugenie, work is not just a hobby, it is her identity outside of the disgraced family unit. When the royal part of her life is being actively suppressed by the palace, her director title becomes her most valuable asset.
Believed that potentially they might have involuntarily been involved with some of their father and mother's shady business people, and he wanted to protect them by offering them this ethics check to be ahead of any sort of scandal that could come to fruition. And they, according to the Daily Mail, refused that opportunity. And so someone
Disgraced family unit. When the royal part of her life is being actively suppressed by the palace, her director title becomes her most valuable asset. Despite being banned from the glitzy processions, the sisters have doubled down on their commitment to philanthropy. Princess Beatrice is a dedicated patron for dyslexia charities, famously describing the condition as a gift rather than a diagnosis. She has also recently been involved in charity work surrounding premature births, proving that her heart is still very much in public service. Eugenie, meanwhile, has taken on a significant mentoring role within the King's Foundation, which must be incredibly awkward given the current family dynamics. She also remains a staunch supporter of scoliosis charities, a condition she was treated for with a major operation at age 12. This charity work is the only way they can maintain a good day public image while the Yorks chain spreads.
To protect them,
they are trying to be the good Yorks, the ones who give back, the ones who do not have legendary friendship with convicted billionaires, but even this might not be enough to save their place at the royal escort.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's really all going on now at Royal City because we're hearing, this is sort of difficult, but, Andrew is still a human being. And let's face it, he suffered a lot in the lives.
Their roles as mothers. Beatrice is a proud mom to Sienna and Athena, while Eugenie has her two sons, August and Ernest. For these four children, the royal life is going to look very different from what their mothers experienced. They are growing up in a world where their grandfather is a suspect and their mothers are excluded from the family's biggest events. The sisters are reportedly broken, by the realization that their children may never know the grand royal life. The tiers supported by sources are as much for their children as they are for themselves. They are fiercely protective of their families, happily married and trying to provide a stable environment while the press is camped out at Wood Farm. It is a high-energy struggle to stay normal in an abnormal situation. As we look at 2026, the 5 things you need to know reveal a picture of 2 women who are trying to work, mother, and survive while the king turns the royal part of their lives into a closed door. The Ascot ban is just the beginning. The total unpersoning of the York brand is in full swing. Thank you for watching.